Narrated by Abu Musa al-Ash'ari. A Bedouin asked the Prophet, a man may fight for the sake of booty, and another may fight so that he may be mentioned by the people, and a third may fight to show his position, i.e. bravery, which of these regarded as fighting in Allah's cause? The Prophet peace be upon him said, he who fights so that Allah's word, i.e. Islam, should be superior, fights for Allah's cause. Narrated by Abdullah bin Abu Malaika. Some silken cloaks with golden buttons were presented to the Prophet. He distributed them amongst his companions and kept one for Makramah bin Nawfal. Later on Makramah came along with his son Al-Miswar bin Makramah, and stood up at the gate and said, to his son, call him, i.e. the Prophet, to me. The Prophet peace be upon him heard his voice, took a silken cloak and brought it to him, placing those golden buttons in front of him saying, O Abu al-Miswar, I have kept this aside for you. O Abu al-Miswar, I have kept this aside for you. Makramah was a bad-tempered man. Narrated by Anas bin Malik. People used to give some of their date palms to the Prophet, as a gift, till he conquered Bani Qurayza and Bani an-Nadir, whereupon he started returning their favors. Narrated by Abdullah bin Az-Zubair. When Az-Zubair got up during the battle of Al-Jamal, he called me and I stood up beside him, and he said to me, O my son, today one will be killed either as an oppressor or as an oppressed one. I see that I will be killed as an oppressed one. My biggest worry is my debts. Do you think, if we pay the debts, there will be something left for us from our money? Az-Zubair added, O my son, sell our property and pay my debts. Az-Zubair then willed 1/3 of his property and willed 1/3 of that portion to his sons, namely, Abdullah's sons. He said, 1/3 of the 1/3? If any property is left after the payment of the debts, 1/3 of the 1/3 of what is left is to be given to your sons. Hisham, a sub-narrator added, some of the sons of Abdullah were equal in age to the sons of Az-Zubair, e.g. Kubayb and Abbas. Abdullah had 9 sons and 9 daughters at that time. The narrator Abdullah added, my father, Az-Zubair, went on drawing my attention to his debt saying, if you should fail to pay part of the debts, appeal to my master to help you. By Allah! I could not understand what he meant till I asked, O father, who is your master? He replied, Allah is my master. By Allah, whenever I had any difficulty regarding his debts, I would say, Master of Az-Zubair, pay his debts on his behalf and Allah would help me to pay it. Az-Zubair was martyred leaving no dinar or dirham but 2 pieces of land, one of which was called Al-Gaba, and 11 houses in Medina, 2 in Basra, 1 in Kufa and 1 in Egypt. In fact, the source of the debt which he owed was, that if somebody brought some money to deposit with him, Az-Zubair would say, no, I won't keep it as a trust, but I take it as a debt, for I am afraid it might be lost. Az-Zubair was never appointed governor or collector of the tax of carriage or any other similar thing, but he collected his wealth, from the war booty he gained, during the holy battles he took part in the company of the Prophet, Abu Bakr, Umar, and Uthman. Abdullah bin Az-Zubair added, when I counted his debt, it turned to be 2,200,000. The sub-narrator added, Hakim bin Hizam met Abdullah bin Zubair and asked, O my nephew, how much is the debt of my brother? Abdullah kept it as a secret and said, 100,000. Hakim said, by Allah, I don't think your property will cover it. On that Abdullah said to him, what if it is 2,200,000? Hakim said, I don't think you can pay it, so if you are unable to pay all of it, I will help you. Az-Zubair had already bought Al-Gaba for 170,000. Abdullah sold it for 1,600,000. Then he called the people saying, any person who has any money claim on Az-Zubair should come to us in Al-Gaba. There came to him Abdullah bin Jafar whom Az-Zubair owed 400,000. He said to Abdullah bin Az-Zubair, if you wish I will forgive you the debt. Abdullah bin Az-Zubair said, no. Then Ibn Jafar said, if you wish you can defer the payment if you should defer the payment of any debt. Ibn Az-Zubair said, no. Abdullah bin Jafar said, give me a piece of the land. Abdullah bin Az-Zubair said to him, yours is the land extending from this place to this place. So, Abdullah bin Az-Zubair sold some of the property including the houses and paid his debt perfectly, retaining 4.5 shares from the land, i.e. Al-Gaba. He then went to Muawiyah while Amr bin Uthman, Al-Mundhir bin Az-Zubair and Ibn Zama were sitting with him. Muawiyah asked, at what price have you appraised Al-Gaba? He said, 100,000 for each share. Muawiyah asked, how many shares have been left? Abdullah replied, 4.5 shares. Al-Mundhir bin Az-Zubair said, I would like to buy 1 share for 100,000. Amr bin Uthman said, I would like to buy 1 share for 100,000. Ibn Zama said, I would like to buy 1 share for 100,000. Muawiyah said, how much is left now? Abdullah replied, 1 share and a half. Muawiyah said, I would like to buy it for 150,000. Abdullah also sold his part to Muawiyah 600,000. When Ibn Az-Zubair had paid all the debts, Az-Zubair's sons said to him, distribute our inheritance among us. He said, no, by Allah, I will not distribute it among you till I announce in 4 successive Hajj seasons, would those who have money claims on Az-Zubair come so that we may pay them their debt. So, he started to announce that in public in every Hajj season, and when 4 years had elapsed, he distributed the inheritance among the inheritors. Az-Zubair had 4 wives, and after the 1/3 of his property was excluded according to the will, each of his wives received 1,200,000. So the total amount of his property was 50,200,000. Narrated by Ibn Umar. Uthman did not join the Badr battle because he was married to one of the daughters of Allah's apostle and she was ill. So, the Prophet peace be upon him said to him, you will get a reward and a share from the war booty similar to the reward and the share of one who has taken part in the Badr battle.